Readathon, in case you didn't know, based around Gilmore girls, and it's been hosted by Desi, Liv, Heather and Mackenzie. I will leave their information down below, and yes, I've already filmed a TBR for this, so if you want to check it out, click somewhere here or here. So yes, I'm super excited. It's finally the 15th. I am also slightly annoyed because my Luke's Diner mug has not arrived. It should have arrived yesterday, but there's some delay apparently, so hopefully it arrives this week, so I have my Luke's Diner's mug. But yes, super excited. I started last night at midnight, and I started with Anne of Green Gables, which I'm listening to an audiobook from the library. I am more than halfway through it now. I am really enjoying it, and I picked up for the prompt of Small Town. But yeah, no, it's really cute. I've never actually read any of the Anne Gables series. It seems like it's so cute, like her little adventures, and yeah, I'm really enjoying it. So I'm looking forward to get that finished done today. I should have that finished today, and then I'll move on to my next one. I think I'm gonna go with Gossip Girl, which is for next in the series from the 7 prompts. As you can see, I have a little bit of Blair Waldorf vibes today. So yes, I think I'll move on to that next because I also have that from the library, and I've had it for a little while just to make sure I did definitely have it for the readathon, and then I'll be able to move on to my other prompts after that. But yes, super excited. Today is actually dry at the moment, so I'm going to go for a walk, take some pictures, and oh, I've started an actual Instagram account, so I'm going to take some bookish photos to post. So super excited. I will put the details there. It's Sunshine Lorena Books if you want to follow me for bookish content on Instagram, and yes, that should be, I'm looking forward to all my bookish pictures being on there. But yeah, so I'm going to get back to listening to Anne of Green Gables, and I don't think I've told you, if you don't know what it's about this 11-year-old orphan girl who ends up getting adopted by this brother and sister. They had asked for a boy, but then it turns up Anne, and they end up keeping her, and she ends up growing up in Green Gables. And yeah, it's like her little adventures. There's some funny bits, like with the red currant wine. That was funny. And now with the hair dye, I'm just in that bit at the moment in the audiobook. But yeah, no, it's really funny. I wish that I had read this when I was younger. I think I really would have enjoyed the series. But yeah, no, I never came across it. But it sounds really fun, and I think I definitely will go on at a later stage and kind of go on with the series, because it's super cute, you know, super cute. So yes, I'm gonna go and do that, listen to that, go to the park, take some pictures, go for a walk, and then make lunch, which we're having carbonara today, which by the way it's made with eggs. I know like some recipes like in the UK and America has cream, and well, my husband's Italian, and I think if he ever got served that he would probably have a heart attack. But yeah, no, it's made with egg yolks and pecorino. But yeah, that's today, just really chill day. It's supposed to rain this afternoon, so I'm gonna cozy up with a hot drink. I've already had my coffee today. May have another one. I don't drink as much coffee on the weekends, but during the week I have like a couple cups a day. But yeah, super. I'm excited. It's finally the Gilmoreathon. So excited. And actually, I'm thinking I'm gonna watch my favourite episode later. No, I'll save it until I bake. Yeah, but I'll watch some Gilmore Girls later on, definitely, but just not my favourite episode. So I have finished Anne of Green Gables. It was so cute. Like I really wish I'd read that when I was younger. Giving it 4 stars. It's a lovely little story how, you know, she came into their lives and when she wasn't supposed to, and you know, she changed their opinions and made them open up, and so super cute. And I definitely want to read the rest of that series, because yeah, it follows her from when she was 11 until she's like 16, 17, and all her misadventures, and it's really cute, really cute. I'm now moved on to Gossip Girl. Nobody does it better. And I remembered that it was different from the TV series, but it's been so long since I picked up one of these books, I forgot how different it was. Like, Vanessa has a shaved head. Everyone's different. Nate is like a total stoner. Dan is like chain smoking all the time, and I remember he was a coffee addict, but like, yeah, like he's so different. Chuck hasn't even been mentioned yet, but I do vaguely remember that he's not like the TV series, like he's not that much of a main person. And yeah, Jenny is so different as well. Like they're all so different. It's completely different. How many times can I say different? In a minute. So yes, I don't know how far I'm through it, but I'm quite a bit of the way through. I actually think I prefer the TV series, because like I said, it's been years, and I mean years since I picked this up. It was like 2000 and something, early 2000s I picked one of these up, and yeah, I think the TV series is better, and maybe because it's more my recent memory. I know that they're rebooting it to like a whole new cast of characters to follow now. So yeah, I'm interested to see what's going to go on. And yeah, I will check in with you later. It's Monday, so this is day 2 of the Gilmoreathon, and my mug finally arrived. Yay! It arrived at like 3 in the afternoon. The post has been coming really late recently, so I'd already made my afternoon tea, so I'm not actually drank out of this yet, but it's arrived. So excited. So I'm almost finished Gossip Girl. I'm like 91% of the way through. I'm going to finish it now, and then I'm going to come back and give all of my thoughts on reading it. Yes, I'm going to do that. You'll see what I think. So I have finished Gossip Girl. Nobody does it better. Yeah, I'm not overly impressed. I wasn't expecting like a 5-star read. I was thinking solid 3-star, a bit of fun, and I would enjoy it. I'm giving it a 2-star. I don't know, were they always that bad? And like 15 years ago I didn't really notice, or is it as the series went on it just got worse? I don't know. But yeah, no, it was 2 stars. Didn't overly enjoy it. I feel like in the earlier ones you had those little Gossip Girl pages a bit more often. Yeah, I feel like Gossip Girl wasn't as much involved because it's not like the characters actually spoke about her. And I forgot that I don't really like Book Dan that much. He's just really annoying, isn't he? And then the whole senior spa day thing, I mean, it was mentioned that it was coming up, and it wasn't literally until about the last, I want to say like 12%, that like they were on their way to do that, and it's just like that was barely anything of the book, like barely anything, just like a small bit at the end. So I don't know why that was a thing. Just yeah, so the synopsis wasn't exactly, like I said, I wasn't expecting 3 stars. I just thought it'd be a little bit more fun, and it was not. So I don't feel like I missed anything by not finishing the Gossip Girl series when I was younger, so that's fine. No, I didn't miss anything. So I'm going to move on to my next one. But wait a minute, let me check which prompts I've ticked. Okay, so for Anne, I ticked off the prompt of read a book set in a small town, and then on the bingo board I ticked off characters an only child, and then that's it, I think, from those for Anne. Green Gables. For Gossip Girl, even though I didn't like it, it has helped me tick off a lot. So for the prompt, it ticked off read the next book in a series you haven't finished, and then on the bingo card I've managed to tick off set in a private school, character comes from a wealthy family, character travels / stays in a hotel, multiple POV, character does something reckless or dangerous because Nate was high, he was stoned, and he stole his parents' yacht and with other people and went out to sea, which to me seems reckless and dangerous. Nothing went wrong, at least. Kyra drinks coffee because Dan drinks quite a lot of coffee, and then published between 2000 and 2007. I think that's all of them, so I have done pretty well. You should be able to see here. So yeah, done really well so far. I'm now going to go into my third book, and I'm going to go with One Day in December, I think. Yeah, I'm going to go One Day in December, and I'll read The Joy Luck Club later on in the week. So yeah, it's a cute little romance, and I am looking forward to this. So this is for set in winter or fall, autumn, and read a book of complicated love interest with prompts, and then it's going to help me tick off more on the bingo card. So for those of you who don't know, the main character, as far as I know, she's like on a bus one day, and she sees this guy, and she thinks she's never going to see him again, and then later on they end up seeing each other, except it turns out he's, at that point, her friend's boyfriend, is what I understand, so I'm looking forward to that. And I will check in with you later. Okay, that first sentence, in fact that first paragraph, I love it. I love it already. I know I'm going to enjoy this book. Such a great first sentence and paragraph. So first sentence, it's a wonder everyone who uses public transport in winter doesn't keel over and die of germ overload. In the last 10 minutes I've been coughed on and sneezed at, and if the woman in front of me shakes her dandruff my way again, I might just douse her with the dregs of my lukewarm coffee that I'm no longer able to drink because it's full of her scalp. I just love that. I mean, that's kind of how I feel about public transport. Like, I always feel like, yeah, just amazing. Tuesday evening, I've finished work, I've made myself a nice cup of tea. My Luke's Diner mug is the first drink I'm having out of this. Really, really good. So, I'm 53 pages into One Day in December. I'm really enjoying it. I like the characters. But okay, so on the back, you know how I said that obviously when they reunite, Laurie and the guy who I don't know is called Jack, you know, I knew she was friends with Sarah, but obviously from the back of this, but what it doesn't tell you is that they've been friends since university, they're in their mid-20s, but they live together, which makes it, I think, even more awkward, you know what I mean, because then she's obviously going to have to see him, like, a lot, you know, so yeah, they've awkwardly, thing is, they both recognise each other, but they don't think that the other one remembers, so it's quite awkward. But you know, I lost a bit of faith in Jack, because they had, oh where is it? They were having, basically Sarah forced them to have a movie night because she wants them to both get on, and they haven't spent that much time together, but obviously they've both been trying to avoid spending time together because they know, well, they saw them at the bus stop the year before, but like I said, they don't know that the other one remembers, so they are playing it off pretty well, so no one actually knows. So yeah, Sarah does not like pineapple on pizza, which, you know, good Sarah, good. But then Jack likes it and is like, ugh, I'm not a fan of pineapple on pizza, I've never been a fan, but my husband's Italian, and if I was, I think he would not be happy. I really need to show him this page later on, actually, the whole pineapple thing. But Jack said, I had a banana on pizza too once, and it's like, I mean, if it's a dessert pizza with Nutella and banana, on board with it, but if it's like tomato sauce, mozzarella and banana, like, no. And Laurie also likes pineapple on pizza, so to be honest with you, I think Jack and Laurie are obviously meant to be together because they both love ham and pineapple pizza. But yeah, so Sarah doesn't know, obviously, he's the guy, he's busboy, but the thing is, so for like a year, basically, Laurie's been going on about this bus guy, and like, she's described this guy to Sarah, and when they've been out in like a pub or whatever, they've like looked around, she's like, oh, is that the guy? So like, at this point, she should know what he looks like, right? And then it gets to like, I think October they meet, and then obviously she's met this guy, she's going out with him, it's December, and that's when Laurie eventually meets him again, and she's like, you know, he's busboy, and it's like, but shouldn't Sarah have realised that he could have been potentially busboy, because Laurie's been banging on about this guy, described him like 15 million times, but she doesn't. But yeah, no, Laurie's trying to be a really good friend, like she doesn't want to hurt Sarah's feelings, she doesn't want to say anything, so I'm quite interested to see how this pans out, because I don't see how this is going to work out well for anyone, and it's like there's going to be somebody gets hurt in this situation. So yeah, I'm going to get to reading and I'll check in with you later. Cheers! Happy Friday! Woo! So I haven't filmed in like 2 days, because I mean I've just basically been working and then working my way through One Day in December, which I'll speak about in a moment. But yeah, I have the day off today. I booked it off ages ago to use up holidays, and then it happened that this readathon was going on this week, so that worked out well. It is a horrible rainy day, so I am basically going to be cozy inside reading. I am baking my fall treat today and watching my favourite episode of Gilmore Girls. I've obviously been watching Gilmore Girls all week, but I've been saving my favourite episode. So yes, there's that. I did pop out briefly just now to our local greengrocers because they managed to get in Readathon and Nanduja, which sounds amazing. I've had burrata and I've had Nanduja, but I've never had the two combined, so that sounds and then some Sicilian aubergines as well they had, so I got those. And I'm not probably going to be going out again because it's this horrible weather today. It's not weather that I can really go for a walk. So I finished One Day in December this morning. I think I'm giving it a 3.5 stars. I did enjoy reading it. Well, as you know, obviously we have two friends and busboy who ends up like a year later being the boyfriend of Laurie's friend Sarah. And in this book actually follows them over the course of 10 years and what happens. So yeah, I did enjoy it. I give it a 3.5, and it's because there's a few issues I had with some of the actions of the characters and some parts of the plot, but I don't want to spoil anything. But it is enjoyable. I could definitely see this as being a film, one of those films that you watch at Christmas, even though the main plot line of the story isn't actually Christmas. So this was to tick off complicated love interest on the prompts, and set in fall/winter, as most of it each year you always have like a couple winter chapters, and there are some summer ones and things, but most of it is kind of the winter months. And it did mention snow, so I can definitely print that. I can definitely take that off on the bingo card because I wasn't too sure. And the best bit about the snow is there's a kiss involved in a snow, like flurry of snow. I feel like it would be a very like Lorelai kiss moment, you know. I really enjoyed that scene. So yes, 3.5, and I don't want to say too much else. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. I haven't read like a romance story where it takes over such a long period of time, which was interesting. You know, it's not your usual time period that romance stories go through, so that's great. So I'm going to go on to my last one, which is the Joy Luck Club, which is for Asian author / Asian representation from the prompts, and also for mother-daughter relationship. And then yes, I will be baking at some point today and watch my favourite episode. Excited. So having a really great time, really enjoying this readathon and watching more Gilmore Girls than I usually do. So actually, before I pick up the Joy Luck Club, I'm actually going to bake my fall treat now, so that it's ready for like my post-lunch tea and treat. I have decided to make a gluten-free, because I'm gluten intolerant, Victoria sponge, and it has to be served with a cup of tea. No coffee, but I always have coffee every day anyway. So yes, I'm going to do that and watch my favourite episode, which is they don't shoot Gilmore's, do they? It's when they have that 24-hour dancing competition in Stars Hollow. I mean, it's one of my favourite ones. There's a few other ones. So yes, I'm going to watch that. And then I'm basically at the end of season 3 anyway now. I like skipped over, I think it was episode 7. They shoot grandmas, don't they? And then yeah, so I'm at that point where she's going to be going off to college soon, which is good. But I do think seasons 2 and 3, seasons 2 and 3 are my favourite, and it's because I'm Team Jess. Very first time I watched it, I was Team Dean. But then with the rewatch, I was like, oh no, he's problematic. So yes, Team Jess, definitely. What team are you? Team Dean, Team Jess, or Team Logan? I'd like to know. Leave a comment. So I'm going to do a little taste test. delicious gluten-free turkey and stuffing sandwich. I've never had a festive gluten-free sandwich. I got a little meal deal. So yes, I'm looking forward to trying. That is really good. It's nice to know that I can get a festive sandwich now. Still think Marks and Spencer's does the best gluten-free sandwiches. If you are gluten intolerant or celiac, I recommend those. This is really nice. And I'm going to watch a little bit more Gilmore Girls, and then I should be able to decorate the cake and read. The Readathon finished yesterday. I did not finish my last book, which is The Joy Luck Club. I just didn't feel to read as much. I watched quite a bit of Gilmore Girls. I'm on like season 4 now. I've already at Yale. And I watched The Queen's Gambit, which is a really good series. So yes, I have about 85 pages left on The Joy Luck Club, which I was reading for represents Asian author or Asian representation. So I didn't finish that, so I haven't quite got all of the prompts that I wanted, so unfortunately I didn't do that. It's the first time that I've actually failed at like completing like a prompt board, but I do have a line in bingo. Yes, I definitely have a line in bingo, so I'll pop that here so you can see. So I did get some complete on the bingo card, but I didn't complete all the prompts like I wanted to. But yeah, I am enjoying the Joy Luck Club, and I will finish it, and I'll wrap up all my thoughts in my end of November wrap up. So yeah, I had a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. I watched far too many Gilmore Girl episodes this week, probably why I didn't finish that last book. But yeah, it's been really fun. I've really enjoyed it. So it's my first year participating, the second year it's run, and just thank you to all the wonderful hosts. And yes, thank you. Let me know if you took part, what books you read, did you complete the prompts with the bingo card, and yes, thank you for watching. Comment, like, subscribe, and I will hopefully see you in the next one. Bye.